So, would you like a jelly baby? I'm trying so hard to hold this bag so you can't see the brand name in case the company gets mad at me. But jelly babies are delicious, just so you know. I will give you a guess as who's my first doctor was, and the first 12 guesses don't count. Before I get into what I'm going to rant about, I want to clear the air on something, because I actually feel like leaving the comments on so long as people behave themselves and don't get all nasty. Normally I turn the comments off. I've discussed in other videos why, and I want to try to keep this video short, so I'm not going to rant about that again. But, you know, I might leave the comments on for once, just to see if anybody actually has anything intelligent to say on the subject. So, before I get into my great big rant here, for those of you who are coming here thinking that you're going to be all, you're such a feminist, and I actually have a lot of problems with modern feminism. I really do. I'm very sorry to say that modern feminism is not what it should be. You've got the TERFs, who are exclusionary, radicalized feminists. Basically, they're bigots. There's no other way to describe them. They think that anybody who's transgender should be excluded from feminism. And I'm very sorry, but you ladies are idiots. All right? Trans women are women. Trans men are men. Period. End of discussion. Trans people are people. And people deserve the same rights. Okay? You know, trans people deserve the exact same rights as any other people. You know, as long as somebody is not a pedophile or a rapist or a drug dealer or a human trafficker or a serial killer, they should not be treated any differently from the rest of humanity. We should all get the same fair rate of pay. We should all have the same rights, you know, as long as you're not choosing to be a criminal. If you choose to be a criminal, if you choose to be a pedophile, or you choose to be a rapist, and they are choices, because pedophilia and rape are evil, and evil is a choice. As long as you're not choosing to be evil, you deserve the exact same rights as everybody else. And being trans is not a choice. Okay? Being trans is not a choice. Some people are born in the wrong bodies. Period. End of discussion there. So I don't like that. I do not like the feminists who are basically racist. They think that any woman who is not white should not get the same rights as any other white woman. You know, to them I say, bite me. You know. I do not like the feminists who try to claim that men cannot be raped. Men can be rape victims, and women can be rapists. That is a fact that you are going to have to accept. So yeah, I do have, and I've had some personal issues with modern feminists where they try to tell me what I'm allowed to do with my own body. Honest to God, I'm serious. You know, I'm sorry that the fact that I shave my armpits and wear makeup offends you, but you know what? I do it for me. I enjoy having shaved legs. I enjoy wearing makeup. And if you have a problem with that, too bad. It's my body. It's my body, not yours. And I've had feminists who try to tell me how I'm allowed to dress according to them, what I'm allowed to do with my body according to them, because apparently what I choose to do with my own body somehow interferes with their rights to their body or some nonsense like that. Or they think that they're helping me. To them I say, bug off. You're not feminists. If you tell a woman what she's allowed to do with her own body, if you tell a woman how she's allowed to dress, you are not a feminist. Okay? I'm sorry. You know, so I do have problems with modern feminism. And I will say this, just because a movie has females as the leads does not mean I automatically like it. I hated the Ghostbusters reboot. I thought it was badly written. I thought it was not the least bit funny. I actually found the characterizations to be misogynistic. Leslie Jones was the only thing I liked about that movie. I'm sorry, I hated that movie. I thought Rogue One was overrated. It was good, but frankly, I think The Force Awakens is better. And for those of you who are about to shout in the comments, The Force Awakens is just a rehash of A New Hope, I have a complete theory that involves the prophecy and history repeating itself because the prophecy has not been fulfilled, that I'm not going to get into because this is Doctor Who that I'm talking about. And obviously, with all this that I'm saying, I'm getting into the fact that the 13th Doctor is going to be a woman. Now, I was in Alaska fishing when this was announced. I was, well, not fishing yet. I was actually in an airport because our flight was delayed. And I put a lovely little post on Instagram where I told people who were complaining about it to grow up. And it's true. Those of you who are complaining need to grow up. Seriously. And it's not just men. It's not just men. I have seen women. I have seen a lot of women right in there saying, it's supposed to be a Time Lord, not a Time Lady. The Doctor's supposed to be a man. God, you sound exactly like the whiny little babies who were complaining about Peter Capaldi being too old to be the Doctor. It's the exact same argument. It honest to God is. It's exactly the same. And it wasn't just teenagers complaining about Peter. I saw 60-year-old women saying, the Doctor is supposed to be young and hot. No, the Doctor is supposed to be anything the Doctor feels like regenerating into. If the Doctor felt like regenerating into an Irish setter so the Doctor could finally be ginger, the Doctor can regenerate into a dog. All right? That actually would be quite funny if the Doctor was a dog for at least an episode. But, and Peter was amazing. Peter was an amazing Doctor. And I wish he would last at least another year because there's so many things I wanted to see. I wanted to see Susan Foreman. I really wanted to see the 12th Doctor and his granddaughter. I mean, even if Carol Ann Ford only came back long enough in an episode to regenerate, have some tearful emotional scenes and then regenerate into a whole new body, and we get a new actress playing Susan, I would have loved that. I would have loved to have seen the return of some other classic enemies. The great vampires. I was so disappointed when the vampires the 11th Doctor fought were just fish aliens and not the great vampires. Oh my God, I want the great vampires back so badly. And the Black Guardian and so many others. Wouldn't you love to see the Ronnie back? Oh my God. But, that's, and there could be a multi-Doctor episode. We might get an episode with 12 and maybe 11 or 10, maybe even 9. And the 13th Doctor, we might get one of those multi-Doctor episodes where we could have Susan or the Great Vampires or what have you. Susan would be my first choice. But, Peter was amazing. I love Peter. I'm going to miss him terribly. Obviously 4 is my favorite, number 1 favorite, but he came very, very, very close to edging the 4th Doctor out. Just, the 4th was my first. I love the 4th. I love all the Doctors in their own way. But, obviously 4 and 12 are my absolute top favorites. But, what gets me about the whole Jodie thing is people aren't giving her a chance. She hasn't even had her first episode, and you're already saying she's going to be horrible, and this is terrible, and this is PC gone wild, and it's the feminist agenda. And for God's sakes, she hasn't even had her first episode yet, and you're judging her without knowing anything. That's what's annoying me. Okay, I'm willing to withhold judgment until I actually see a few episodes. She may be awesome. She may be the greatest doctor ever. She may be horrible. We won't know until we actually see her. It's like anything in life. You have to actually try it. You have to actually watch her before you decide. I mean, it's not like they cast somebody that you already know can't act. It's not like they cast Jessica Simpson or Tom Cruise. All right? You know, we already know Jodie actually has talent. But you guys haven't given her a chance yet. You're judging her without actually seeing anything, simply because of what's between her legs. Do you know how ignorant you all sound? It's exactly the same as judging Peter based on his age. It's the exact same argument. The doctor's not supposed to be old. The doctor's supposed to be young and hot. The doctor's not supposed to be a woman. The doctor's supposed to be a man. You sound exactly the same. You sound exactly like a bunch of whiny little crybabies. I'm just giving you the harsh truth there. You haven't given her a chance, and you got to give her a chance before you judge. That's all I'm saying. At least let some episodes air before you say that this is the worst thing ever and that you're never going to watch the show again. All right? And not everything is a feminist agenda. I honestly don't know where everybody gets this, that everything that has to do with women is a feminist agenda. Not every woman is a feminist. Not every woman likes what feminism does. Yes, we deserve equal rights and we deserve equal pay, but a lot of feminists are basically a bunch of sexist, racist idiots. And they're bigots, too, because we went into the whole trans exclusionary thing. So feminism has a lot of problems with it that they refuse to admit to. They really do. So not everything is a feminist agenda, and not everything is political correctness gone wild. Sometimes it's just that the woman gave the best audition. And you should give her a chance before you judge her. That's all I'm saying. Have a jelly baby, take a deep breath, and just give Jodie a chance. Thank you.